Good morning, everyone. Today we start with properties of parallel lines. First of all, what are parallel lines? Lines which lie on one plane, lie on same plane or one plane and do not intersect each other. Do not intersect each other. Now see children, here L and M are two parallel lines. It lies in the same plane and they do not intersect each other. That means they are at fixed distance from each other. If I see the perpendicular distance here, suppose it is A here, it will be A here, it will be A anywhere. If you extend the line and check, it has to be A only. Then only they are parallel lines. If L and M are two parallel lines and I draw a line passing through L and M, this is T. It is called a transversal. Now, what is exactly a transversal? A line which intersects two or more lines, two or more parallel lines at distinct point is called a transversal. Transversal is a line which intersects two or more lines, two or more parallel lines at distinct points is called transversal. This is transversal. A T is a transversal line. L and M are parallel lines. Now let us come to different types of angles in parallel lines. Let L and M be two parallel lines. T is a transversal. Let us name these angles as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Here children, angle 2 and angle 6 are corresponding angles. If you see, these two angles are above the parallel lines and on one side of a transversal. Angle 2 and angle 6. Here angle 1 and angle 5. Angle 1 and angle 5. Similarly here angle 3 and angle 7. They are below the parallel lines and on the same side of a transversal. Angle 3 and angle 7. Angle 4 and angle 8. So what is the condition for corresponding angles? Corresponding angles are always equal. I will write it in the bracket so that you remember. Are always equal. Coming to next angles, alternate interior angle. Name itself suggests it is alternate angle, it is interior angle. This is what it is. Alternate. These are alternate side of a transversal, interior of a parallel lines. So they are alternate interior angles. Here also the condition is they are always equal. Angle 4 and angle 6, angle 3 and angle 8. They are alternate interior angles. Coming to alternate exterior angles, they are also equal. Now coming to alternate exterior angle, name itself suggests it is alternate angle, exterior of the parallel lines, they are equal. Again here the condition is alternate exterior angles are always equal. Angle 1 and angle 7. angle 2 and angle 8. These are alternate exterior angles. So we conclude that corresponding angles are equal, alternate interior angles are equal, alternate exterior angles are equal. Coming to consecutive interior angle, they are also called co-interior angles. Consecutive, the name is consecutive interior angles. You can also call it co-interior angles. Here the condition is the sum of the two angles is always 180 degree. Here the consecutive interior angles are angle 3 and angle 6. Angle 3 and angle 6. The condition is the sum is 180 degree. That means they are supplementary angles. Here the condition is angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degree. Angle 4 and angle 5. Angle 4, angle 5. Here the condition for angle 4 plus angle 5 is also 180 degree. Now see here. If 3 plus 6 is 180 degree, obviously angle 2 plus 3 is also 180 degree. 3 plus 6 plus 7 is also 180 degree. But 3 and 6 is also 180 degree. So 2 and 7 will also be 180 degree. We can also conclude that consecutive exterior angles are also 180 degree, angle 2 and angle 7. Similarly, angle 1 and angle 8. So what we have concluded, we again repeat, corresponding angles are always equal, alternate interior angles are always equal, alternate exterior angles are always equal, and consecutive interior angles, which we also called as co-interior angles, are always, their sum is 180 degree. Children, from all these four conclusions, we can also conclude the converse of this. What is the converse of this? If the corresponding angles are equal, then we say that the lines are parallel. If the alternate interior angles are equal, then we can say that lines are parallel. If alternate exterior angles are equal, then we can say lines are parallel. If sum of the co-interior angles is 180 degree, then the lines are parallel. What I mean to say, if angle 2 is equal to angle 6, I can straight away conclude that L is parallel to M. Similarly, alternate interior angle. Angle 4 is equal to angle 6. Few examples I'm taking. That means I can say L is parallel to M. If angle 3 plus angle 6 is equal to 180 degree, I can say that L is parallel to M. These are the conditions for the parallel lines. Let us start with few questions related to this. Let us take two parallel lines. P and Q, and R is a transversal. We are given P is parallel to Q and R is a transversal. We are also given that angle 1 here is 70 degree. We have to find the value of other angles. Angle 1 equal to 70 degree. What we have to find is, we have to find angle 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now see, angle 1 is 70 degree. Angle 5 will also be 70 degree because they are corresponding angles. Proof is, or I can write solution, because here we are finding the solution. Angle 1 is equal to angle 5, corresponding angles. So angle 5 is equal to 70 degree. Okay. See, angle 1 is also equal to angle 3, vertically opposite angle I can say. Yes? Or we can also say that angle 5 is equal to angle 3 because they are alternate interior angles. Since I am discussing only parallel lines, let me take it as alternate interior angles. But you can also take vertically opposite angles. Angle 5 is equal to angle 3, alternate interior angles. That means angle 5 is also equal, angle 3 is equal to 70 degrees. What we have got? Angle 3, angle 5, angle, these three angles are 70 degrees. Now, angle 4 plus 5 should be 180 degree co-interior angles. Or we can also say that by linear pair also 1 plus 4 is equal to 180 degree. So anyway you can do, but I will be taking angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degree co-interior angles. Angle 4, I will just erase this only. Angle 4 plus angle 5 is equal to 180 degree co-interior angles. Angle 4 is equal to 180 minus angle 5. Angle 5 is 70 degree. 180 minus 70 equal to 110. If 4 is 110, angle 6 is also 110, alternate interior angle. Angle 4. Now, angle 4 is equal to angle 2, or I can say that 2 is equal to angle 6, corresponding angles. Angle 2 is equal to angle 6, corresponding angles. That means angle 2 is equal to 110 degree. Now, angle 2 is also equal to angle 8, alternate exterior angle. Angle 2, I will erase this. Angle 2 is equal to angle 8, alternate exterior angles. Similarly, angle 1 equal to angle 7, alternate exterior angle. We get angle 8 as 110 degree and angle 7 as 70 degree. Repeating everything once again, just pay attention. Angle 1 is given to you as 70 degree. Angle 5 is equal to 70 degree by corresponding angles. If this is 70, angle 3 is equal to 70, alternate interior angle. Angle 4 plus 5 is equal to 180 degree, co-interior angles. So angle 4 is equal to 110 degree. Angle 4 is equal to angle 6. So it is alternate interior angle. So angle 6 is also equal to 110 degree. Angle 6 is equal to angle 2, corresponding angles. Angle 2 is equal to angle 8, alternate exterior angles. Angle 1 is equal to angle 7, alternate exterior angle, that is 70 degree. Thus we get the value of all the 8 angles here. Coming to the next question now. We are given, this is a line D, A, E. Here, this is B, this is C. Here, we are given that DAE is parallel to BC. First condition given is this. Another thing given to us is angle B equal to 65 degree, angle C equal to 45 degree. If angle DAB is equal to x degree, angle EAC is equal to y degree, you have to find the value of, to find x and y. Now see, this is 65 and angle C is 45. These two are parallel lines. If these are parallel lines, x degree, or I can say that angle B is equal to angle DAB, which is equal to x, already given to you x, alternate interior angles. Alternate interior, which implies that x is equal to 65 degree. Now coming here, angle C is equal to y is equal to angle EAC. I can write it as y directly. Alternate interior angles. Alternate interior angles. So y is equal to 45 degree. Alternate interior angles. One or two sums more. A, B, O, C, D. Now see what is given to you. You are given in the adjoining figure AB is parallel to CD. Given is AB parallel to CD. And you are given that angle ABO equal to 50 degree. Angle CDO equal to 40 degree. You have to find the measure of BOD. Now what else is given? Angle B equal to 50 degree. Angle D equal to 40 degree. I can write it like this. Now, you have to find angle, to find angle BOD. First of all, we are going to construct a line. Construction will be there. Construct a line passing through O parallel to AB and CD. Construction. Construct a line passing through O parallel to AB and CD. Now what we have? We have these three lines parallel. Now name this as angle 1. Name this as angle 1 and this is angle 2. Angle 1 is equal to angle B, alternate interior angle. Angle 2 is equal to angle D, alternate interior angle. Same reason, you can write it together in the bracket. Alternate interior angle. So what is angle BOD equal to? Angle BOD equal to angle 1 plus angle 2. This is 50 plus 40 equal to 90 degree. This is because of alternate interior angles. One more question we do. Let me draw the figure first. We are given in the given figure AB is parallel to CD. What is given? I am writing here. AB parallel to CD and CA has been produced to E such that angle BAE equal to 125 degree. You have to find the value of x, y, z in this. I am drawing the figure. AB parallel to CD. This is Z. This is Y. X. X. This is 125 and this is E. Now, If AD is parallel to CD, then we have to find, and to find what we have to find is X, Y, Z. X, Y and Z. If we see angle BAE is a corresponding angle to DCA, which is Z. Angle BAE is equal to angle DCE equal to Z, corresponding angles. What is angle BAE equal to? 125. So I can conclude that Z is equal to 125 degree. Now, what is X equal to? Here 125 plus X is equal to 180 degree linear pair. Now 125, or I can write angle BAE plus X equal to 180 degree linear pair. So X is equal to 180 minus 125 degree, which is equal to 55 degree. If this is 55, this is also X, this is also 55. Now how to find this Y? By some angle, all the angles of a quadrilateral is always equal to 360 degree. So let us solve a from that. X plus Y plus Z equal to 360 degree. All angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. So what do we substitute the value? 55 plus 55 plus Y plus 125 equal to 360 degree. What is 125 plus, okay, 110 plus 125, this is equal to 235. Y is equal to 360 minus 235, which is equal to 125 degree. So we get the value of Y as 125 degree. That's all for today, children. Thank you.